July 1944, over Bavaria, an American B-17 drifts through enemy skies. The crew was used to flak bursts, German fighters, the constant hum of danger. Then something impossible streaks past. No propeller, no familiar sound. Just a gray arrow, faster than anything they've seen in 3 years of combat. 2 miles away in an instant. Rolling back for another pass, the top turret gunner swings his guns frantically, maybe half a second of tracking, then watches as the target vanishes, mocking every rule of air combat. The Luftwaffe had just changed the game. The Messerschmitt Me-262 wasn't just faster than Allied fighters. It existed in a different world entirely. A P-51 Mustang maxed at 440 mph. The Me-262 cruised at 540, that extra 100 mph. Not a margin, a chasm. Imagine chasing someone on foot while they're driving a car. That's what propeller pilots faced. Every tactic, every maneuver, every piece of combat wisdom earned over 3 years of war became instantly obsolete. The Germans had built something revolutionary. Messerschmitt engineers gave the Luftwaffe a fighter that could ignore escort groups entirely. P-51s and P-47s dove to intercept. Me-262 pilots just pushed throttles forward and watched Americans shrink in their mirrors. No dogfights. No outmaneuvering. Just raw, unstoppable speed and firepower. 4 30mm cannons in the nose. Guns that could shred a B-17 with a 2-second burst. Allied fighters relied on extended gun runs, hoping something critical broke. The Me-262 didn't need sustained fire. It hit like artillery. 3 bombers could be downed before a gunner could react. Then, the jet would blast through the formation's opposite side, already accelerating away. American pilots had dominated European skies for over a year. They'd beaten FW-190s adapted to Bf-109 climb rates. The Me-262 made them feel like novices. Lieutenant Colonel John Meyer, 352nd Fighter Group, remembered his first encounter. Altitude advantage, numerical superiority, surprise? All irrelevant. The Me-262 pilot saw them, spooled up, and simply flew away. Meyer's wingman never even registered. Intelligence reports flooded in, jets attacking from impossible angles, 12-hour passes at over 700 mph, looping behind escorts at speeds that defied physics. Tracers fell harmlessly as the jets mocked the laws of aviation. By September, the psychological impact was clear. Bomber formations tightened, wasting fuel. Fighter groups chased contacts that disappeared before a shot could be fired. The Germans had done the impossible. They'd made American air superiority meaningless. October 19, 1944, the 357th Fighter Group escorts bombers to Kassel. Simple job, protect the bombers. They've done it 100 times. Then the radio crackles. Bandits 12 woods high. Me-262s diving from 28,000 feet. Mustang pilots roll into an intercept course, climbing hard to cut off the jets. They don't come close. The Me-262s blow through their line like it doesn't exist. By the time the P-51s reach combat altitude, the jets are already in the bomber formation. Cannons flash. 3 B-17s stagger out, engines streaming fire. The Mustangs dive after the attackers. It doesn't matter. The Me-262s are gone, accelerating into clouds. The Americans circle damaged bombers, counting parachutes. This became the pattern. Me-262s attacked at will. Perfect angle, perfect timing, always holding the speed advantage. Captain Chuck Jurger, 306th 3rd Fighter Squadron, got close once over Leipzig. He led perfectly, fired a full burst. Tracers flew 600 feet behind. The Me-262 was gone before he knew it. Mathematics were brutal. A P-51's 50 caliber rounds traveled 2,800 ft/s, but a jet at 540 mph moved nearly 800 ft/s perpendicular. Even perfect aim couldn't match it. Mission after mission, reports repeated. Experienced aces, men with 10-15 kills, were being schooled by jets that didn't need dogfights. Point, shoot, leave. December 1944, the breakthrough. Major Richard Connor, 78th Fighter Group, stopped chasing Me-262s. Instead, he tracked them, where they came from, where they went. December 12th, top cover over bombers. 2 jets strike and vanish. Connor doesn't chase. He marks their direction, southwest, low altitude. Checks fuel, follows at a distance. 5 miles out, he spots them, Me-262s landing near Munich Rim. Gear down, flaps out, barely 200 mph. Suddenly, the speed advantage meant nothing. The jets were vulnerable. Too slow to evade, too low to maneuver. Other pilots confirmed it. Landing patterns exposed the jets. Turbojets were delicate. Throttles too fast. Compressor stalls. Engines failed. Too slow. They would lose lift, stall wings. Landing became a deadly balancing act. Takeoff was worse. Fully loaded, 15,000 lbs. Engines needed 6,000 ft of runway. For 45 seconds, jets were locked in a straight line. No maneuvering, no abort. American pilots realized the invincible jet could be caught. January 1945. Rat catching begins. Fighter group commanders coined a new term. Rat catching, the concept. If you can't catch the rat in the open field, wait at its hole. Me-262 bases were known. Rhine Hopsten, Achmer, Lechfeld, Munich Riem. Jets returning had to slow. That's when Allied pilots struck. January 15th. Lieutenant Robert Ammon, 339th Fighter Group, catches an Me-262 on approach. One burst, 250 rounds. Jet crashes half a mile short of runway. January 22nd. Captain Donald Botchik, 357th, claims 2 jets during landings. Jets committed, engines reduced, gear down, trapped. Fighter groups refined tactics. One plane high, watching. One plane low, hidden. When the jet committed to landing, the low fighter struck from behind. Jets stalled or crashed. The invincible fighter became vulnerable. March, April 1945, jet hunting at its peak. March opens with blood. 78th Fighter Group dedicates a 4-aircraft section to jet hunting. April 1 to 15, 19 confirmed kills. The 357th adds 16 more. Tactics evolve. Coordinated pairs, precise timing, ambushes from blind spots. Me-262 pilots can't fight back without crashing. But the bigger problem is fuel. Germany's synthetic fuel plants destroyed by Allied bombers. March sees JG-7 with only 3 days of fuel for all jets. Pilots sit in armed aircraft they cannot fly. Airfields are also destroyed. Allied fighter bombers crater runways. Munich Riem, Lechfeld, Hopsten, each rendered unusable for jets. The Luftwaffe is scattered, jets hidden in forests, barns, farm fields, without runways, without fuel, without logistics. The superweapon is grounded. May 1945, the last recorded Me-262 combat sortie, May 7th, a JV-44 pilot takes off from a damaged runway, intercepts a reconnaissance P-38, misses, and lands at a dispersed base. 3 days later, the aircraft is abandoned. Over 200 jets scattered across Germany. Forests, bridges, village squares, most with fewer than 50 flight hours. Some never fueled. Germany's revolutionary jet, the weapon that could have changed the air war, ends its service life rotting under camouflage nets. While its pilots hitchhike home, the Me-262 proved one thing, even the fastest. Deadliest aircraft is only as powerful as its fuel, airfields, and strategy allow. And in the end, Allied ingenuity, timing, tactics, and sheer persistence won the skies.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.